Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's Sunday preview. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Sunday preview, made to order in the Middle-earth. It's a big week for all things Warhammer with two preview events, the Mortal Realms Reforged on Thursday night and Warhammer Review Show on Saturday. There's all sorts of exciting reveals to look forward to, more on that shortly. It's an uncharacteristically light time for pre-orders next week, but there's a treat for fans of Middle-earth strategy battle game. The classic miniatures from Rohan are returning for a limited time as made-to-order releases. They'll be on sale from 10 a.m. local time on Saturday the 18th of May until 6 p.m. GMT on Sunday the 26th of May. Orders may take up to 180 days to arrive. And there is a short video, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at the full article. Alright, so first we have the made-to-order Heroes of Helm's Deep. The defense of Helm's Deep was one of the defining moments of the War of the Ring, a legendary warrior who held the fortress walls returning as Heroes of Helm's Deep set. This pack of 8 metal miniatures includes versions of Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli, Haldir, Theoden, Eowyn, Gamling, and a banner bearer of the Gladrim depicted as they're during the siege, and can be used as alternative models using the unit's standard rules. Alright, so we got a nice little pack of models right here, mostly named characters with the exception of the banner bearer and obviously some epic moments from the actual Warhammer Lord of the Rings books/movies. So pretty cool to see these returning for anybody that's out there and wanted some of these alternative sculpts in this nice little pack. They are going to be made in metal and they are going to be 180 days to delivery, or at least up to. Alright, and then we have the made-to-order Defenders of Rohan. Even before the Battle of Helm's Deep, Aragorn and company offered their aid to Rohan as the forces of Isengard made their first moves. And this set of 7 metal miniatures depicts them in more casual times before battle is joined. Each box contains Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas, Theoden, Gamling, Hema, Eomer, who can be used as alternative miniatures with their normal rules. So these ones are definitely like a little more casual, not as much in there like battle poses, but again, some nice miniatures nonetheless. And again, cool opportunity for those people who are either collectors or wanted some alternative sculpts to run these models in their games. And then we have made-to-order Rohan Heroes. So King Theoden, Gamling, and Eomer also return on horseback to lead the famous riders of Rohan, while the pair of Rohan commanders support their soldiers with the regal banner, and an heroic march action to add some pep to their step. Alright, so here we see King Theoden on the horse charging forward. And I'm not going to lie, the horse looks relatively small compared to Theoden, especially his head. So you just don't see the same kind of like quality and design in these miniatures as you do in some of the Warhammer stuff. And then we see Gamling next. Pretty cool. Again, the size of the actual rider relative to the horse is not really like correctly scaled in my opinion. And also we see like a little bit of like bobblehead bloat going on there. And then Eomer. Love his armor. The paint job's pretty cool. And a little bit more like in size and scale. And then we've got a couple of these bros as well. The Rohan commanders to support their soldiers with the banner. So pretty neat. Definitely nice to see these offered to people. I'm not sure how popular they're going to be. It is also interesting to see just how little Games Workshop is really doing with this IP. I mean, if we look at the last couple of years and just what they've released, with the exception of like a box here or a box there with mostly reprinted stuff in it, the majority of the stuff that has come out is either just straight up reboxed things or made to order characters. It was pretty cool to see the kind of like clear plastic with the blue tint coming out for the Army of the Dead. There was definitely a nice box set last year. There was some cool terrain boxed up recently and repackaged. But it is very clear that Games Workshop is basically done with this IP. I don't know when the actual license comes up or what they have planned for the future. In many ways, this game kind of revitalized Games Workshop when they were going through some tough times. So it's interesting to see that they like show no love to it. But I guess because they don't actually own the IP, they're hesitant to invest in it. And then also because the scale is different, I feel like that makes it less desirable for a lot of people. But it is definitely interesting to see just how little attention, how little love they have given to this game and to these models over the last few years. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now, back to the video. Alright, and then from Warhammer Plus, over at Warhammer Plus, Lore Masters follows on with the recent release of the Codex Tau Empire with a deep exploration of the allies and auxiliaries brought into the Tau Va, fold by the Ethereals. From the mercenary Krut to the more weird and wonderful Xenos, the battle report gets themselves in the mood for an impending chaos invasion. With a nail-biting clash between Chaos Space Marines using the new Codex and the Adeptus Mechanicus, while Citadel Color Masterclass prepares for the arch-enemy's attack with an in-depth guide to painting Adeptus Custodes power armor. Alright, so Chaos Space Marines versus Adeptus Mechanicus, some little Krut lore from the Lore Master, and then obviously this really cool power blade on Trajan Valoris from the Adeptus Custodes. Very cool. And then I know you guys have probably seen this schedule plenty of times, but just one last look here. Here at Warhammer Community, we're gearing up for a pair of preview shows stuffed with exciting new announcements, with the Warhammer Age of Sigmar Spectacular coming on Friday, and news from Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer the Horus Heresy, Legions Imperialis, and Necromunda following on Saturday. We'll also be broadcasting key matches from the tables of the Dallas Open. Tune in at the following times. So 7 p.m. CDT on Thursday is the Reforged preview, and then Saturday, the preview show is at 12:45 p.m. CDT. And then there'll be some actual like game coverage in between on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday as well from the Dallas, Texas Open in the United States. So very cool, very exciting. I'm not sure how many people are actually after these Lord of the Rings like made to order things. I feel like in general, the made to order is used when Games Workshop is really just not sure what kind of demand they're going to have. So they get people to pay for stuff ahead of time so they don't make a bunch of stuff that doesn't sell. So oftentimes with the made to order, we see that Games Workshop is not confident in how many people even want it. So by offering it on this schedule, they basically take in a bunch of money, take in the orders, and then they have the ability to just manufacture it during like a slow time or something like that, just to kind of fit it in. And they give themselves plenty of time, essentially like 6 months to do so. So I would imagine this is not going to be that popular and Games Workshop is not that excited about it. Also, there's no actual like official prices this week because all of this stuff is made to order and direct from Games Workshop. So they don't release the prices in advance. So we really don't even know what this stuff is going to be priced at. And I really am starting to get interested as to like when Games Workshop license with the Lord of the Rings IP is coming up for like expiration or renewal. And I have a feeling just based on how much effort and time they've put into it over the last couple of years that they've had it, that they have no interest in renewing it. So while I don't think they're necessarily ready to let the game die right now, I think as we get closer and closer towards the expiration that they're going to do less and less with it, if that is even possible. But I think there is a very low, close to zero probability that they're going to spend any amount of money to renew it again. Because to tell you the truth, it feels like a lot of wasted money over the last few years. I'm just not sure that they've been able to make any kind of profits or anything notable for the amount of like time and effort that they're putting into it relative to what they could have just put into like one of their own IP games. And maybe it's time for them to start shifting those people that are working on Lord of the Rings over to like the Old World or Titanicus, one of the other games that's actually like doing well and under their own banner. So let me know what you think down below, what you're going to be picking up if you're excited for these, what you're looking forward to at the preview show. Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And as always, special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on Games Workshop products. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and just a couple more days till the Reforged preview show. And I'm out of here.